I'm over at the St. Constantine's Ukrainian Catholic Church today for the Ukrainian Society told me that there was going to be a Holodormor service at 10 o'clock today here, so that's why I came down. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see that. I don't know that I can live it or anything. I'd have to ask the father, but this is a beautiful church, and Holodormor was yesterday, and it's about the Ukrainian genocide. And they're going to do a service about that today, so I wanted to show up for it. And it's basically a horrible story, and really our show yesterday was based on this. So this is an absolutely beautiful church. They have all kinds of wonderful artwork. These eggs, I know it's not lit in here, you can't see them, but they're really pretty. All kinds of wonderful stuff. It's a wonderful place. Nice that they have the lights turned on, but it's wonderful. Must be an ostrich egg.
Всякому порішенню This is at St. Constantine Church in Northeast Minneapolis. Commemoration of the Ukrainian Holodormor.
This was a pretty good service. I could understand it very clearly, right? In Ukrainian, I can't understand a word of this. beautiful. We were talking about this on our show yesterday at the Capitol, the Holodormor, because yesterday was the official time of it. Yeah. And then we heard from the Ukrainian Society or whatever that you had to do this thing today at 10 o'clock, so that's what we came for. So. And this is a beautiful church. You have a really wonderful church here.
This is a beautiful church. This, like,
How long has this church been here?
this building started 1971. But thank you for coming. But maybe you want to another building here. We have school in corner. We have school. Second floor. We have coffee. After
You also have like a little museum over here with eggs.
Yeah, in the museum.
What kind of eggs are those?
Parishioners. This is parishioners.
Parishioners made them?
Parishioners before Easter time. Before Easter.
Oh.
And paint.
Yeah, one of them's an ostrich egg. Most of them are regular eggs.
Yeah.
You guys seen them yet?
No, this is welcome.
We'll walk over there, take a look. Yeah. All right.
It's good time for.
I like to get my camera out and take photos. This is beautiful.
We'll probably go over and have coffee. So
Yeah.
it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate. Yeah, thank you. Maybe this one will help. Марія, чи можете підійти до нас? Чи ви б могли розказати трошки в англійській мові? Не хочуть зняти короткий такий про Голодомор і про нашу парафію в англійській мові, щоб їм розкажуть. Не приїхали це з Сен-Пол, з Мінаполіса, з Брукліну, так само.
Brooklyn Center, yeah.
Трошки їм щось розказати, вони щось будуть.
А звідки вони?
Ну, тут я не знаю, чи це і приватно. Це вони знімали службу. Щось їм трошки розкажіть.
Do you have any background of Holocaust? Do you know what that is?
Holocaust we know about. Yeah. We did a show yesterday on Holodormor
Oh, you did?
at the Capitol.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Just the little bit. That
We don't have a real high level of familiarity with it. Then we saw that the Ukrainian Society mentioned to me.
Yes, let me call Luda because she did a lot of research on this topic, okay? And she's at the coffee. Let me call her and I can start, but she did like a ton of research on it, so she is the expert.
Yeah, this is expert.
Yeah, I definitely know. I mean, I know.
Because it was a horrible genocide, essentially, that killed off large numbers of people. And I think it happened, Diana was saying it happened 3 times, but the primary one that you guys are talking about is 1933.
From 30 to 33. So
Yeah. And then there was 2 other times, one more recently in 1947,
Yes.
and then there was one that was like 1922, something like that. But the big one, the one that everybody talks about, I guess, is the one that was 87.
Talks about,
Yeah,
87?
87 years ago, yeah.
Oh, 87 years ago, yeah.
So people who might have survived that would be quite old.
Yes.
But their children might remember their, like my great-grandma was born in 1897 and lived through the Great Depression and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I can tell you a story like from what my grandma used to tell me.
That's basically what it is nowadays, because the people, just like the Holocaust for the most part, people didn't, most of them are gone.
This is like after liturgies we go.
Busy. Yeah. We enjoyed your service a lot. It was really good. And Diana here, she feels like she's not worthy to have. But I think none of us are worthy, right?
I didn't take communion today.
Oh,
I didn't either, but I'm not Catholic.
no, this is no problem. This communion is communion. Like, support our lives. This is very important.
So you give communion to people that aren't Catholic? My church is Lutheran, and they don't care if you're, what you are. So.
Sorry, she's not a
But basically, none of us are worthy,
So
right? None of us are. So
church now.
you just have to do what you can and try. So
My dad, so
do our best and try to get forgiven.
I am.
Try not to do it again. But some of us are on the naughty side, so you know, we have.
You. No,
We're all sinners. We
we
do it.
forgiveness.
We do what we can. Some of us are naughtier than others, though.
Yeah, the thing that I think it's really important to remember the history,
Yep.
you know, because the Ukrainian one, the Holodormor, was very important, you know, because back then the news did not travel like it does today. It was very locked in. Like I said, the people were not allowed to leave the country.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for word to get out. And so she's going to be the other one was the Armenian
Genocide.
massacre also was very bad, and enough people do not know about that. They don't remember that. If the story isn't being kept alive and being told.
Well, and for years it was suppressed, you know, like the way that, you know, Russian propaganda worked, that they really restricted that information getting out.
You're right. They did not let the Ukrainian people leave Ukraine.
Exactly.
They were
From
actually
those times,
literally locked in.
Yeah, and no TV, no radio,
Why?
no
It
reporters.
was no.
Everything was blocked, you know. And
Why didn't it not allow them to leave? Why they lock them in?
They didn't want the world to know.
they didn't want the exposure. That was on
They didn't want
purpose.
the world to know how
So
awful they were treating them.
It's only when some people escaped, and there was, I truly can tell you the story, there was someone who ended up working for Harvard, I think, and did the research and wrote the book about it, but it was almost suppressed. Same for Armenian.
Yeah, the Armenians too.
We actually worked very closely with the Armenian Holocaust Society.
Yeah, I was trying to do some research on the Armenians, and I did find some very big books on it, you know, and a lot of political books and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to find that research.
Yeah. We actually work. There's a person who does the research and kind of promotes that out of the University of Minnesota.
Yes,
He's a
I have his
professor.
book.
Okay.
You guys know what his name is? So if somebody wanted their book,
Give him a call.
do you know what his name is?
I have the book at home.
yeah,
I can get
You
it.
could link it onto the thing, so you could. If somebody wanted to look at the book, they could.
Yeah, I don't have it handy. I have the book at home. It's like this thick.
About the Holodormor.
Yeah.
How do you guys pronounce Holodormor?
Holodormor.
Okay, because I saw some debate on that. There was what I did was I looked up how to pronounce it.
Oh yes.
But how did you say it again?
Holodormor.
Holodormor.
My first letter, like the
Okay. Yeah, we don't know. You
Yeah.
guys would know, right? You guys would know.
It's not G, it's not H, it's a little bit in between.
Oh, yeah.
There's no really good equivalent, maybe like.
But that was one of the things where basically was it like a big percentage of the entire Ukrainian population that died as a result of that? Was it like half?
At that time, the population of Ukraine was about 80 million.
Yeah.
Today, it's about 45 or so. So, and over the years, there's been this attempt to reduce the population from the Russia side, and different attempts, whether it's Holodormor, World War II, even the war that's happening in Ukraine right now, and they're dragging it out just to
Depopulate.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know
The Russians recently took a piece of the Ukraine, right?
exactly.
Yeah, because they wanted that.
Yeah, and they're rewriting the history.
I'm surprised the Russians felt they could attack Ukraine because Ukraine's a nuclear power.
Used to be, but they signed a treaty with the U.S., Germany, Russia, and Ukraine, where Ukraine gave up all the nuclear power, nuclear weapons.
That was prior to them having. So you give up your nuclear power, and then the
there
Russians.
was a treaty signed that, you know, in case something, that those nations would protect Ukraine, but
They didn't.
well,
Wow.
who wants to start a war?
Article that was asking about if the schools teach about this. That's what got.
I know when I was in school, I don't recall them teaching about it, but that, of course, that was quite
No,
a
it
while
wasn't
ago.
until I got into college that I came across the Armenians and the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
I knew nothing of it when I was in high school. Nothing. Name of this church too.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Constantine.
Constantine. Because from what I read, not too many years ago about the Armenians and Constantinople and the story.
It was a pleasure meeting you guys. So thank you. It was really great.
Thank you.
I'll definitely have to come by here and actually take mass one time, because I'm a sinner. Yeah. So. Do you guys have that every? You guys call it mass, right? Or you call it communion? Mass. Yeah. Every Sunday, or is it?
Every day.
Every day. Oh, we need it. Yeah. Audio. A whole bunch of eggs. The father said that the parishioners are the ones who made them.
That's an egg. What are these?
Yeah, that's quite
And they made these?
an artistic undertaking. I don't know if I can get them.
The father said that the parishioners were the ones who made these things.